welcome back to my channel. Today's garden tour is kind of a special one for me. It is the first tour of the roses in the cottage garden. I think actually I should wait probably 2 more weeks to do this tour, which just means I'll need to do it again in 2 weeks. But I just can't wait to share with you what is already blooming. The icebergs are in full bloom, as you can see behind me. My Eden rose, which is a climbing rose, has just started to bloom and blossom, as well as so many other of the roses. There's still a few David Austins that I just put in the ground that have buds but no blooms. So I will share those with you in upcoming videos. But today I want to show you the progress I've made here in the cottage perennial garden, but I want to focus today on the roses. Tell me in the comments, are you someone who likes a formal rose garden, or do you like to mix your roses within the other flowers in the garden in a true cottage style, I guess? I tend to be the latter. Obviously, I love my cottage garden, but we have a spot in the front yard that I'm trying to convince my husband would be a beautiful place for a true rose garden. We'd have to do some hardscape to make it look the part, but that is somewhere in the back of my brain and maybe something that I'll be sharing with you later in the year. So I want to thank you for being here. Thank you for hitting the subscribe button and for giving me a thumbs up. It helps spread my channel to other people who might not otherwise get to see the tours that I put on here. So let me know in the comments, what roses do you grow that I'm growing here, and what do you think I absolutely need to add to my garden? I am always up for a new rose, and I can always find a spot to put it. That's all the chit chat for today. Let's go ahead and get on with the tour, and let's get to gardening. Welcome to the mid-May garden tour. I told you this week I will be featuring our roses, which are not quite at their peak, but still too lovely not to share. And then I can share the progress again a little later. And I do apologize once again for the background noise. The golf course is mowing, so I've waited for them to stop. It's not going to happen, so let's just push forward with this tour. The first one here, the first rose that I'm sharing with you is Queen Elizabeth. This is year 2. It is in a pot, as you can see, and it was bare root last year. It produced, but it was not nearly. I am 5'3", and it is maybe an inch or two shorter than me, so it is a good 5-foot rose in a container. So I guess we could take a foot or so off of that for the container itself. Shade garden looking lovely. I am going to tell you that the bright orange nasturtium will not be repeated next year. It was just a little too shocking for the look that I want in here. I still have another plant to put in, and I will share that once it's in. The container gardens are getting ready for a revamp. You can see I did get some, are they super petunias? I always get these mixed up. These are the, let's see, these are called Super Bells, and this is Lemon Slice. So I have a few of these dotted around the garden that need to go in later today, and I'll share that in a separate video. Everything else is looking so pretty. Perfect time of the day, perfect time of the year. I've been through most of these flowers before, so I'm not going to break down every single one. That white dianthus, though, deserves a shout out. Another new Proven Winners plant in there, but again, I'll share that later. I think right now the star of the show, besides the roses, is this status. It is just incredible, and what people comment on when they come back here. It is so pretty, it is so healthy, and I do nothing to it. That Gara that I moved is looking good. Foxglove are beautiful. They probably have another week or two before they start to wane. I do have, let me see if I can get in here without killing myself. I do have one of my new David Austins in here, and I will post the name of it here. I can't get to it right now. The yarrow is gaining some height, which I'm excited about. That pink flower is a salvia. This is my second David Austin that I put in. I put in 3 this year. And the flowers are so petite. I will also post the name of that one as well. But I think it's going to be gorgeous. Hopefully the height will be what I want it to be. I didn't share with you, I did put a couple of those little petite lavender here in the rock crevice. So I am hoping that they will love it, because I think it'll be a very pretty look. And I shared with you my artichoke. I just see the one flower, fruit. I don't know what it technically is. I'll have to look that up. Share in the comments, what is artichoke? Is it a vegetable? Is it a fruit? What exactly is it? I don't see any other in here, but I'm hopeful maybe we'll get another one. This right now is my favorite area. This rose garden has been in here. This is the second year for it. You can see I have some new lantana going in here. I wanted yellow, and I think it's going to be beautiful. But back to the roses. These are iceberg roses with the foxglove. This is year 2 for these foxglove. So you can see how full and bushy they are. Look at this iceberg rose. Isn't that so beautiful? I mean, I could sit out here all day, and that's the comment that I get. Don't you just want to sit in your garden all day? And yes, I do, but I also end up thinking of all the things I should be doing in my garden when I sit out here. How much time do you guys spend sitting and enjoying the beautiful garden that you create? This rose, and I just watered, I apologize, it's kind of heavy. I wish that I knew the name of it. It was called a Romantica rose, and I brought it from my old home. It has the most incredible scent. It stays small. It smells so wonderful. This beauty here, and she is prolific this year, reaching for the sun, is Tamara. That is a David Austin, another one that I brought from the old house. Let me see if I can't get a better view of her. Sweet peas are finally coming on. It has been a very, very cold winter. That's Tamara. Isn't she gorgeous? And so prolific. Beneath her is another David Austin. Not sure the name again. I don't remember what I planted. One is Rose of Shallot, something like that. They were ones that I've wanted for a long time, and when I was going to splurge on some new ones, I got what I wanted. Okay, and I'm strategically avoiding the seating area because it is mid-renovation, so I am backing up to show you the raised bed garden. This is my little potager in a raised bed, and this is an Ollie's Garden raised bed, and I've been very happy with it. It still looks beautiful. Look at how big the tomatoes have gotten. We still don't have enough heat really for them to be producing much fruit. Flowers are there. Hopefully the blossoms will start taking pretty soon. Okay, let's go this way. My potted flowers are getting ready to have a renovation. This right now for me is the star of the show with my roses. This is a climbing Eden. I believe it comes in other colors. My goal for this is for it one day to climb to reach the top of the patio, and then I can train it to go over. That's the goal. This is year 2 from bare root, and I am so pleased with it. The pollinator cutting garden, wildflower garden, I have not decided on a name, is still going strong. Can you see the bees in the poppies? And yes, I still have basil to plant. This is a larkspur, and it must be 5 feet tall. Loved Mist, can you see that? That is pretty. I have not always had great success growing that. I do have in here 4 roses that I'm hoping next rose tour I will be able to give you a better view of, because some of the poppies should be done and I can give you a better view of that. This here is China Doll, and I have had this rose for probably 10 years. It did come from my old house, made it over here. It stays petite like this. It is the perfect potted rose for pots, I guess. And then I have, let me move this watering can. I have several miniature roses in pots. I think they add just a pretty pop of color. I have a pink. I have this yellow, which is actually a nice size rose. So I may end up moving this into the garden. We'll see. Here's the back side of that Eden. Oh, I am so in love with this rose. It was worth last year I got nothing out of it. I got leaves but no flowers, and I think it's one of those that only flowers once a year, I think, or has a main flowering time. Forgot to take my strawberries in. Here's another one of those miniature roses. I think they look charming just tucked into a pot. This is actually a full-size rose. I just cut the bloom off, but I do see another one in there. That one is Sheer Bliss. Let me see. Oh, let me see, show you the rest of them in the containers. Let's go this way. This rose is so big. This is my hand. That is one rose. Isn't that gorgeous? Another bare root from last year. I will post the name of it here. And then we will end the rose tour with this beauty. This here is, my goodness, a yellow rose. And I have to tell you a story about this pot here. And these are just those resin pots that you can get from Lowe's or any big box store. The salvia is a midnight blue salvia perennial, and it's huge and it is absolutely happy, but I wanted to have a rose bush in each of my planters, of these resin barrel planters, and it was taking up so much room. I found a small yellow rose, I think at Lowe's. I don't even know if it has a name. And I squeezed it literally, you know how you squeeze the bottom of a pot, in here, and just fed it, watched it, and now it is totally at home, has totally claimed its piece, and this yellow and purple combination is one of my absolute favorites. So that is the mid-May garden / rose tour. I hope that you enjoyed it. I am so enjoying the garden in May. Second year we've been gardening here in Zone 9A, and I'm learning, and I actually love that I've had to wait for a few things. And I just can't wait to see what June brings, when the hollyhocks and the zinnias and the cosmos and the coreopsis and the black-eyed Susans and all of those come into bloom. People ask me, are you sad when the foxgloves are done, when the ranunculus is done? And the truth is, I'm actually ready. I know the cycle of gardens, and so I anticipate what's coming next. I hope you enjoyed the tour. Thank you for coming back. Hit the subscribe button. Ask me any questions about my garden. This is second year garden zone 9B, and I will do my best to answer. I am a learn by the seat of my pants kind of gardener. And honestly, I don't know that I'd have it any other way. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, of your week. I will come back to show you where I put my new Proven Winter flowers in the next video. Thanks for stopping by. See you next time.